Hi everybody, Ben again, culinary director here at Broil King, and this is Searing Saturday. So today we're going to talk about cleaning your grill. This is one of the more requested videos that we've seen out there, so we wanted to get into it. Today we're just going to talk about cleaning your gas grill. We'll do another video in the future on how to clean your pellet grill. Some commonalities, but in general, this is exactly how to clean off that shiny gas grill that you've got at home. So we're going to start on the outside of the grill. And the very first place I want to start is right here. When you're cleaning your grill, clean the exterior with some soap and water first. Just get in there with a rag that you really don't like that much because it is going to get dirty and greasy. Get some soap and water because the first thing you're cleaning off is water spots and dust. There's going to be a lot of dust that's in the air in your backyard, and that's going to build up on the outside of your grill. So to take off any of that barbecue sauce, any of that light grease, and any of that dust that's built up on there, soap and water in a bowl, wash down the outside of your grill, and then rinse it off, because then you get a sense of what you're working with after that. And that's where we can get into more of the other grill cleaners. So we'll take a look at the lid that we've got over here. That's kind of our example of a clean lid and dirty lid. On the one side, you've got some oil that's fallen onto the lid here, and it's dried on and become polymerized. So that's not going to come off with soap and water. A lot of this other stuff that you see is just staining. Now this staining is going to happen from smoke, from metallic particles that land on the stainless, and then when that little tiny particle of steel rusts, that stains the metal itself. So sometimes, and this will happen more if you live close to a construction site, if you've got rust spots that appeared on your grill that weren't there before, it's probably metal that's landed on it. And as that metal itself rusted, it stains the stainless steel that you've got. So that's something that could be happening. When you're looking at cleaning this stuff off, kind of take a look at it in layers. So when you want to take off this really caked on grease, any of that grease that you see around the edges of the lid on your grill, a degreaser is going to be the best place to start. So a degreaser is going to be, well, it's exactly that. It's going to break up that grease, it's going to break it down and make it wipe away easily. So with that same bowl and that same cloth that you were washing with before, start working away at that grease. Now if that grease is too stubborn to come off with a degreaser, and this will pretty much melt most grease on your grill, we've got another product that's called a revitalizer. So Broil King Revitalizer Cream is meant to be a microabrasive that basically works away at the surface without damaging the finish of your grill. Here's a good way to look at it. All stainless steel has this beautiful brush into it. That's what makes it glisten, that's what really makes it look nice and smooth and clean. It hides some of the damage it gets when it's brushed stainless steel like this. If you were to get your standard green scrubbing pad and start working away at the stainless steel, all of this beautiful brushing is gone. And now it just turns into a swirl pattern, it doesn't look that great, and your grill just starts to look dull. You want to keep this so it looks bright. So a microabrasive, like Revitalizer Cream, you work it with the grain and it doesn't destroy the grain of the stainless steel. So even if you wipe off on a weird angle, you don't wreck the grain of the stainless. So on this lid, what we basically did was we taped it off halfway down the middle. This lid had been cooked on for, I think, a couple months and indoors. So the only thing that we're getting is smoke staining and grease staining on the outside. And when we taped it off, the first thing we did was wash it, soap and water, then go through it with some degreaser just to remove any of the heavy grease spots on it. And then we use the Revitalizer Cream to really bring the finish up and take that smoke staining out. So a degreaser won't take out rust stains, but a Revitalizer will, because it's a microabrasive and scrubs right down to the stainless below. Degreaser probably won't take out most of a smoke stain, but Revitalizer will, and it'll take it up to that bright stainless finish that you want to see on the outside. So think about it like that, in layers. Now the last product that I haven't talked about here is stainless steel cleaner. And stainless steel cleaner is a bit of a misleading name. Almost all stainless steel polishes are called cleaners, and they will take off fingerprints, and they will take off a light grime, a little bit of grease as you wipe. But it's going to be considerably more work than it would be to use any of the other products that I've already talked about. So stainless steel cleaner, just read this as stainless steel polish. That's what it's going to be in the end. Two different types of stainless steel polish you'll find out there. There's going to be those that are very oily, and then those that are kind of waxy. So the Broil King stainless steel polish is going to be more waxy. And the reason it's like that is because when it wipes off clean. It leaves a finish that dust doesn't stick to, it kind of just bounces off of. A really oily stainless steel polish is, as it dries, going to leave oily marks on the outside of your appliance or your grill, and as it's sitting there, any dust is just going to stick to it. You'll notice an oily stainless steel polish because as soon as you look at your grill, there's all of this dust fleckled into that oily finish that you see on the outside. So when you're looking for a stainless steel polish, Broil King stainless steel polish, great way to go. because it's got that nice, smooth, dry finish afterwards. And any of these products can be used in conjunction. Essentially, it's what you're going to need as kind of a 3-stage treatment to get the exterior of your grill from dull to nice and shiny. So cleaning the outside of your grill, really important. Like I said, start by washing it and then see what you've got to do after that. Caitlin, if you want to come over here, you're going to see some of the trouble spots that you've got when you're cleaning your grill. So in our showroom here, we tend to keep them very, very clean. But spots that you're going to notice right off the bat are this front lip on your grill. This is where you're going to get most of your serious staining. And you're going to see it here on the edge of the lid as well. So this area is where you're going to work at it with a degreaser and with a revitalizer to bring this back to new, because it's the area that's going to get the most amount of grease staining. But if you look at the side shelf as well, you get some yellowing there too. And a lot of that staining is from smoke. That comes off easily with either of those two products. Anything that's out towards the edges, it's going to be fairly clean. Most of what you'll see there is sauce, grease, anything that falls off of tools or from food, right? On the front of your grill, one of the things you want to keep in mind is if you're scrubbing, scrub with a cloth. Don't scrub with that green scrubby pad, because as soon as you get this out and you start scrubbing any of these graphics on the front of the grill, they're going to come off completely. So these are screened under the stainless steel, and as soon as you start scrubbing it with something super abrasive, they're gone. You're taking the graphics off the grill. So use a cloth and the right cleaning products to just clean it up appropriately. When you're cleaning like this, let's make it as easy as possible. So a common mistake that I see with friends and grillers out there that are cleaning, they don't strip the grill first. And when you're cleaning, you got to take all the things off. So any of your tools that you have down below, any of the brushes you have hanging on the sides, take those off first. But we can go further. Let's take the control knobs off, because now you can clean behind them, and you can wash these in the sink now. And let's take off the thermometer. So your lid thermometer attaches by a locking nut on the back. And you can basically spin that nut off, and then the thermometer just lifts right out with the nameplate. So once you've taken that off, and you can see actually on the grill that we've got here, it has staining behind it, smoke staining right behind it. So the last time this thing was clean, the thermometer didn't come off. But then this gives you a much more even surface to wipe. You can clean the thermometer itself easily because you can actually hold it and scrub it right down. And you just get a better finish. You don't have any of those dark edges that end up around your thermometer afterwards. So strip it down, clean it properly, makes your job easier, and gives you just a better finish in the end.